Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 8 of this NHL 20 Canadian Cup Challenge here with the Halifax Highlanders. Just before we jump into this video, if you guys are new to the channel and haven't yet, and have seen my videos and are enjoying my content, please go down below into this corner right over there and make sure you click that subscribe button just so you're keeping up with my channel. My goal is 1,000 subscribers, and we are slowly pushing towards that. So, I'm excited about that. But anyways, let's jump in to episode number 8. So for those of you guys who missed last episode, go up into the top corner of the video right up here. There will be a card that links you to the entire playlist of this series so far, so you can catch up and, make sure you haven't missed anything leading up to this point. So anyways, last episode we got through the draft, made some pretty substantial picks for where our picks were. Like, we definitely picked up some good prospects, and you guys definitely had some stuff to say about that. So let's get into comments here quickly. First one here from MNTV said, we got this new goalie, right? His name is Pascal Bribois, I think, or what's his name? Is it Pascal? I think it's Pascal. I might be wrong. Yeah, it's Pascal Bribois here, or Brisebois. That's how you say it, Brisebois. It's French Canadian. I'm really struggling with the pronunciation, but anyways, we had a nickname here. MNTV said we should nickname Bribois Woody because bois means wood in French, which, that makes sense, but, wood isn't the greatest. That's a front runner, actually, because really we didn't get a lot of other great nicknames here. Data782, if you guys haven't checked him out yet, I will leave a link below in the description to his channel. Make sure you go check him out because he makes some great NHL content as well. But he said Brisebois is pronounced Brisebois, like I'm saying now, and that's why Patrice Brisebois was nicknamed Briseby, I think. But hopefully, that doesn't stick for a goalie nickname, because you don't want your goalie to be named Breezy or anything like that, like the puck breezes past him. Samuel Kucher was saying trade Carter Hart because, him and our 81 overall goalie almost have the same stats. I would disagree. I would say Carter Hart definitely has some better stats here. You look at just his overall all-aroundness. We can't get rid of him due to cap space before Comrie. Like, that's not going to happen. And yes, Comrie's a good goalie, but sorry, no, Carter Hart's just better. Anyways, besides that, Samuel Coates said Brisebois. That's how you say it. And Brisebois actually translates to broken wood in French, so probably not gonna call him that. Anyways, the next comment here came from Duke Storm saying, in my opinion, you do not need Kenneth Harrison anymore, since we have such a good young defensive prospect group. And he said, please also put Bedard on the first line. I want to see that first line combined for 400 points in a season. I think that is possible still. But anyways, let's get into this trade finder here. Anyways, Kenneth Harrison, we're going to see what we can find for him. Okay, never mind. I need to hit the trade finder, not the proposed trade. Anyways, all right, let's go find Kenneth Harrison. Let's make a trade here, and let's try to move... what's his name? Carson Lambos up to the NHL, because we do want to see him playing, as he is one of our more valued defensemen still. So yeah, Kenneth Harrison. I think if we search him with an open block, we'll find a lot of trades, and definitely looks like it. So let's see what happens here. Pick from Boston. I believe someone said... Duke Storm said I would try to get a first for him because he is going down, and you have a ton of great defensive prospects. Okay, we can get 2 seconds by the looks of it, maybe a second and a third. We have 16 options though. Chichart is actually a pretty good prospect as well, but really we don't need too many more prospects at this point. I'd rather take a pick, and Philadelphia's got a pick available there. So I'm going to edit this a little bit because I would rather not take on Nielsen, as he's not a great goalie, and I don't think he's even Canadian anyways. So let's see if we could grab a defenseman, like a Canadian defenseman. I think Enright's Canadian, isn't he? Yes, sir. All right, we'll take Isaac Enright, and can we get like a 4th rounder? Because Enright's got a slight bit more value, but... Oh, they've got our pick. But no, if we could do this, I would definitely take this deal because that's a Philly first. Doesn't matter how good or bad their team's going to be. They don't have Claude Giroux anymore, I believe. So, yeah, definitely doesn't look like it. It looks like Provorov's probably their best player. Nolan Patrick's getting up there, but yeah, no, I'm definitely willing to take a risk there. They got Patrice Bergeron on their team as well as Andrew Shaw. Andrew Shaw's higher rated than Patrice Bergeron now in this game. Yikes. Okay. I mean, obviously, 8-year difference there in drafts, 6 years in age. Anyways, let's see if this goes through. I don't want Shaw, sorry. But let's see if this trade goes through. If it does, I'll take it because that's a first-round pick. And trade rejected, too far off. Okay, can I get rid of the 4th and try again? We need to sweeten the value just a touch. Okay, well, we don't have any picks to offer. That's the other problem here. Is it's like, what do you want? Like a crappy end goalie? Because that's what I could give you. I could give you a guy like McCarthy. Because honestly, we don't need him. Do you want to do that? All right, so Lambos will move up. That looks really good. And there we go. Trade accepted. We do manage to get a first-round pick off of the Philadelphia Flyers. So this is not the first time we've fleeced the Flyers here either, in my opinion. But who knows? Maybe they'll go on to win the Stanley Cup or something. You can see the morale dropped way off just because we traded one player, so that's a pain in the ass, but it happens, right? So, anyways, we're going to have Lambos in here. Oh, no, Enright's in here. Good. Oh, boy. I'm trying to just get rid of Dufour, clear up some space. Thank you, Anaheim. I'm trying to just be able to make some roster moves here, guys, and the game literally won't let me if I don't do it a certain way, so we had to trade William Dufour there, which I'm okay with, but whatever. Let's see if these roster moves will actually work now. So we want Lambos and Mercier moving up, and then we want Enright moving down. That should go through, and there we go. Okay, let's fix the lines properly this time. So, I love how Bedard is a franchise player, but he dropped off by so much. Like, what? Anyways, Mercier's considered the better defenseman, actually, too, which I find kind of funny. But, yikes, Lambos does not fit there. He's much better in one of these spots. We're going to keep Lambos there for now. We'll have Mercier, Ritchie, and... yeah, that looks good. That looks good right now. Yeah, that'll work. All right. So that's the only difference we're going to have in the team here is Carson Lambos going to be up. We're going to have Gilbert Mercier as a sub there, and there you go as well. Duke Storm, we've got that top line together. I think they are going to be able to score like crazy because that's at least the 92 rated Bedard, the 97 rated Lafreniere, 96 rated Barker is pretty insane. So, you know, the other thing we will be looking for is a potential move for Brennan Othman. If we can move him before his contract's up to get a player that will fit this second line better, then that would be huge, obviously, as the second line is balanced with energy. That's the only thing really that we need to look for here. So, yeah, I think we'll eventually find that winger that fits, but as of right now, just got to get the lineups set up properly here and then move forward. So Enright, I think, is the guy that's going to go in here. Maybe not. Any chance Allen fits better? Yeah, a little better. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. So we do have a couple more comments here to get through. Mainly, this is just from Nikita Navorov, guys. Honestly, just another great channel. If you haven't checked out his hockey channel, he's got one there. So make sure you go check him out. He said, wow, thanks so much for the shout out. We gave him one last video, and, you know, we're going to do it again here because he's honestly been just putting in the work here on the comments. Like, he really has. He said, you are a great channel, as well as I hope you get to 1K sooner rather than later. Thank you very much. Let's see, I'm really glad I stumbled upon your channel. Let's see, what else? Okay, he said, also, this is a crazy series that you got going on, that I had to keep myself away from doing the same kind of concept because I don't want to copy you without giving credit. Also, you inspired me for a lot of new ideas on how to play NHL 20, so I'm very thankful for that. Nikita, man, if you want to do a series like this, I would love to see you best this series in whatever style you're going to do it in. That would be insane, because really this is going to be a tough series. The goals we have set out for this team are extremely difficult, and really it's going to be a grind here on this series, but I'm looking forward to it. If you want to do some kind of series like this, honestly, I would suggest doing some kind of Nation United series as well. Like, I know Tugi did a Russian one, I believe. This is honestly pretty similar to how a Nation United works. It's just this one we have to win cups. Like, it's Stanley Cups are the main goal as long as we have a full Canadian roster. But let's see. He said get grinders for your bottom lines rather than just using the generic power forward playmaker sniper combo, because you'll get +3s and 5s with the grinders and two-way forwards in the bottom section. He also said grinders are really good for the penalty kill, and same with two-way and defensive defensemen. He said Brisebois and Murray were hell of second-round picks, probably deserved to be drafted in the first round. Overall, not the best draft, but you got D-man and goalie for the future. Yes, that's what I was definitely most excited about. He said, also, whenever you bring Lambos up, you're going to need to trade Bean or Harrison, which will prove to be a difficult task at hand. I know you'll make the right decision. Well, my subscribers definitely helped me out with that too, so thanks, Duke Storm, on that for making that decision a little easier. I agree with the trade we made there for sure. He said, yeah, the second line isn't quite as insane with the chemistry boost, but having a 94 rated Byfield is just a crazy 1-2 punch. He says, in some sense, they could even be better than the duo of Crosby and Malkin. Though they haven't won as many cups as them just yet. Yet is that is the focus word there that we need to keep playing by, is yet. We're not quite there yet, but we're going to get there. So let's see. He also said switch O'Brien and Harrison on the PK. Well, we don't have Harrison now, so we'll see how Lambos fits in there instead. But yeah, we should definitely do that, especially if they're on the wrong-handedness. That would make things a little bit better for the special teams. So let's see. Yeah, switch those guys. That's smart. Okay. And same again there. All right. So yeah, no, the team's looking good. Thanks for all the comments, Nikita. And let's see if there's any others here. Just a couple little support comments here. Linebot saying what he said, great vid, bud, keep it up. And also Hockey Boy saying nice draft. So yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for the support. And anyways, let's get more in depth into this video here moving forward. So what we're going to have to do here first, I'm going to cut it out of the recording, but I'm going to get my scouts all set up for this draft, and then we're going to get into the regular season. We'll do probably a full season sim and then move forward from there. All right, guys, so let's take a quick look at the draft class here before we get into the actual season. Looks like all my scouts are still doing their work by the looks of it, so that's kind of whatever. It happens like that, and it's not much you can do, but looks like there might be a couple low elites we can watch here. More defensemen, really, by the looks of it. But, a two-way forward, I might encourage a guy like Boumediene, or Boumediene, I think. I don't know how you say that. Boumediene, I believe. But anyways, this team is set, man. We're ready to go. You guys have seen how crazy and good looking this team is. I think they've got another good campaign in them here this season. I don't know about another President's Trophy. That was a pretty crazy season last year, but I'm hoping for another top 5 finish. I mean, we've won 2 President's Trophies in the first 5 seasons here. And, well, looking at our next goal, which is win 5 Stanley Cups by 2031/32, that gives us, let me just calculate this out real quick. All right, so I've given myself 8 seasons to win 4 more Stanley Cups with our next goal, which I definitely believe is achievable with this team. I think winning a cup every other year is definitely possible. So that means we need to win 4 more cups in 8 seasons coming up here, which I totally believe we can do. So let's just take a quick peek here at how good this team really is, and then let's get into a full season sim. So, just looking at the team overall here, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty nice team. The offense is better than last year, the defense is better than last year, and the goaltending is better than last year. So we have a +2 boost from last season on the offense. a +3 boost on the goal or on the defense, and then a +1 boost on the goaltending. So this team is definitely prepared to put up another great season, maybe win another President's Trophy, but we shall see. Anyways, I will see you guys at the end of the 2024/25 season here. So guys, just before I forget, we need to go in and offer at least one player here in Cole Perfetti a contract. As we got $5.9 million in cap space, and we got $22 million in extension money. Nice. All right. How much is an 8-year contract going to cost? $11.3 million. Not quite. 9.6. I would do a $9.6 million contract with him, and it would be that much. All right. If he takes that, man, I'm taking that all day. That is a great contract for Cole Perfetti. Howden, I do want to keep around as well. And how much does he? Until he is 34. $3.5 million for the third line center is a really good price still, man. I will take that. Yeah, I'll take it. I think he'll take 3.5. What about Duclair? Yeah, Duclair's too pricey. He's not getting an extension. If you want to play on this team, you got to have the same mentality that you're not going to take a ton of money just so that guys get compensated properly for the roles they're playing in. And yeah, I'm not re-signing any of those other guys until we actually get past the playoffs here. What about Tendies? He's going to want too much money as well. Oh, no, he's not. I'm okay with this. 2 years, because then that means Lennox will definitely be ready by then. Worst case scenario is that we trade off Comrie, which isn't even that worst case. That's pretty good. So I would be all right with that still, but that's all we're doing for contracts for now. Let's get into the end of the season. All right, so Brett Howden signs his contract. Eric Comrie signs his. Cole Perfetti signs the 9.6. Let's go. Those are huge deals. All right, guys, so to end off the 2024/25 regular season, as you can see, the Halifax Highlanders are a 60-win team yet again, man. This team is honestly absolutely fantastic. And Jamie Barker breaks his previous season record as he scores a 50-50 season and has a great year again. We will be winning the President's Trophy yet again with those 60 wins and have the best advantage heading into the 2025 playoffs. Beautiful. So guys, the AHL had a pretty good year too, as they finished top of the league there with the Charlottetown Sea Dogs. Tyler Benson scores 81 points to lead the team, and man, this has just been a fantastic franchise mode up to this point. The way we've built this team up, and then they've just started winning like crazy, that's exactly what we want to do off the start of a franchise mode. Connor Bedard scores 57 goals. I'm sure he got bested by somebody. Lafreniere scores 95. Perfetti scores 90 points this year. Byfield only scores 75, so that's not great. 31 season there for Othman, who's up to an 88 overall now. That's pretty crazy, man. I'm really happy with how well Brendan Othman's turning out. And honestly, if he's going to be that highly rated, I don't think we need to worry about trading him. I think he's just going to be good enough to hold down a second-line role on this team and still win, even with just +1 chemistry. But yeah, there you go. Abel Johnson scores 69 goals. That is insane, man. I wish we went out and got the guy, but he's going to be leading Arizona for sure. Jamie Barker, obviously still a sick player, finishing third in league scoring there. And yeah, I'm sure we had a couple other guys. Oh my goodness, Adam Boqvist scores 100 points as a defenseman. It's not very often you see that, but I mean, for Boqvist, yeah, I understand that. Bedard there and Lafreniere, both lots of points still for this team. So, you know, I'm not complaining at all. How did all the defensemen do? So it looks like Jake Bean was up there with 65 points. He finished top 5 in defensive scoring, so that's pretty good. For goalies, Carter Hart did get the most wins with 46 there. That actually is just 2 wins off of tying Brodeur and Holtby's tied or shared record there for single season wins. He went 65 and 15, so that's pretty good. How many wins did what's his name have for us? Comrie. How many wins did Comrie have? I'm sure he had quite a few still. Eric Comrie had... He had to have a couple. Come on, he had to have 10. There's no way he didn't have 10 wins. He had to have had 10 wins. Oh, he had 14. Okay, I just missed him. Besides goalies, let's check out the rookies because those are always interesting to see. And Aiden Woolley scores 58 points, 40 goals in his rookie season, so that's pretty insane. You know, maybe you could have made him a sniper, but he's 6'5". Like, there's no way you make him a 6'5" sniper. That just doesn't make sense to me. And he'd fit forward line 3 more than 2 anyways on our team. Trevor Wong looking sick as well. Holy. You know, again, maybe a guy we could go out and get. Unlikely, though, is, again, forward line 3 fit. Doesn't really make sense for our team. Tobias Haller, that's a nice player for Minnesota, as he scored 32 points as a rookie defenseman. That's nice. Okay, so that's the league. Abel Johnston lights it up again. That's insane. But, yeah, you know, our team's looking like they're in really good shape here. They're poised to do well again in the playoffs, and, you know, we want to try to repeat if we can. So I'm going to get into this pretty quickly here, as we're going to hit the playoffs, and we're just going to kind of punch through the playoffs here. So anyways, regular season has ended, man. If you win back-to-back cups here, you're set for probably winning 5 in the next 8 remaining seasons. But we got the Buffalo Sabres first round, the only team to have knocked us out. Actually, no, sorry, Boston knocked us out of the playoffs. Or no, sorry, Toronto knocked us out of the playoffs too. But let's see how Buffalo's doing. I'm sure they've gotten a little older, a little more mature, and a little more susceptible to losing to us. So, yeah, you know, nice team. Wow, Elvin Boguniecki is absolutely sick for them. That is a crazy good player. They did a bridge deal with him. Defense is nice. Man, this is one of the better teams we're going to face. Holy Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. That's a nice player right there. God, this is a nice team in general. I wouldn't even be that upset if we got bounced first round by these guys because they are that good. Jesus, how many wins did Luukkonen have in the regular season? He had 39 wins in the regular season, man. This is going to be a tough series to start. Holy jeez. All right, so we're definitely one of the hottest teams heading into the playoffs here, but we'll see if we can actually beat Buffalo or not, as they have bounced us before. They've actually swept us before, so yeah. All right, so here we go. We're just going to start advancing day by day, see if we can actually beat Buffalo, and here we go. So, game 1, 4-3 OT win. Let's go, boys. That's huge. Looks like our AHL team won, as well as they're taking on the Rochester Americans. And have they been bounced by Rochester? I don't know if they have. They might have been. And nope, they've never lost to Rochester before. Anyways, I don't think they've even played Rochester before. Anyways, let's get into game 2 now. So, game 2, that's another win. Let's go. 3-2 win. That's huge. Brendan Othman, huge goal there. Looks like the AHL team, the Sea Dogs, lost to Rochester, though. So, game number 3 here now. Let's see if we can, you know, possibly get the stranglehold on Buffalo. And come on, baby. We lose game 3. That's not great. And, oh, no. The Sea Dogs are 1 game away from facing elimination in the first round. So, I mean, they've faced that adversity before, but I think they might actually get knocked out this year. Anyways, heading to game number 4 now in Buffalo and obviously in Rochester as well. By the looks of it, let's see what happens here. So, we win that game. All right, that's huge. Looks like our team got bounced, though, in the AHL. That's their first ever first-round exit, so that's too bad to see. But, you know, it's a learning experience for some of those younger guys like Korzak and, you know, McCallum and Gunther and those guys. That's good. That's good because, you know, they need to face some kind of losing, some kind of adversity to get better. But anyways, up 3-1 now against the Sabres. That looks good. Columbus is really taking it to the Penguins. Tied 2-2 in Tampa and Philly, and then Toronto's up 2-1 on Ottawa. San Jose's up 3-1 on Edmonton. Chicago swept the Avs, so the team we met in the finals last year is already out. That's good to see. But obviously Chicago's got a strong team there, especially with Boquist, as he was leading their team in scoring. And then, let's see, Dallas is up on Nashville, and Arizona is up on Vegas. All right, so we can potentially eliminate the team that eliminated us 3 seasons ago, it was? No, it was 5 seasons ago now. 4 seasons ago, sorry. But, yeah, we have the opportunity. Let's take it. Let's knock them out, see what happens here. So, yes, we do. 6-0 dominance. Let's go, boys. This is what this team is built to do, honestly, is just win playoff series on a consistent basis. What a win that is, too. Connor Bedard leading the team with 6 points in 5 games. So heading into round 2, we'll either be facing Tampa or, I think it would be Toronto, actually. I think Toronto would be the team we'll face next. So let's see what happens here. Okay, Columbus is through. San Jose, Dallas, and Chicago are all through. We're waiting on either Arizona or Vegas, as well as Tampa and Philly, and Toronto and Ottawa. So here we go. Next game, who's moving on? Nobody yet. Everybody's tied 3 apiece there. All right, so that's good because it means the team we're facing is going to have 7 games under their belt and be a little more tired. So we got Toronto as they do defeat the Ottawa Senators in 7. I don't know if I entirely expected that. Ottawa's been playing extremely well in the regular season. So let's see. I want to see both teams, obviously, because Ottawa is the team we could have faced. Nothing special here, but they're good. Ponomarev, they took 3rd overall. Again, blows me away, but still a good team here. Perhanula is a nice defenseman. They had Colin White playing defense, so they're probably injured on the back a bit. And then Skylar Leitch there. I don't think he's a Canadian. No, he's not. So he's there as well. I could see why this team got beat, especially with the offense Toronto bolsters. Like that doesn't really surprise me. This lineup probably should have beat Ottawa. Anyways, and then, okay, no goaltending, so are we going to light up Jonathan Bernier here as he got 3 wins in 7 games? We will see, man. We will see. Anyways, here we go. We're taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs second round, and honestly, I think we have the advantage on them in just about every position necessary, So obviously, Toronto, one of those teams that we're chasing, is they've got 11 Stanley Cups under their belts in NHL history, so obviously we want to try and knock them out as soon as possible. So here we go. Game 1 against Toronto is a 4-3 overtime win again. We are very good at those overtime wins in Game 1. Anyways, Game 2 now. Let's see who else won. Arizona won, Chicago won, and Columbus won. All right, Game 2. We win again in overtime. That was a 3-2 overtime victory. So close games on home ice, but we walk away with the 2-0 advantage. Every home team with the 2-0 advantage at this point. So that's looking pretty normal. Nobody really going against the odds here. Game 3, again, a win. And wow, every single team is showing dominance here in round 2. This is insane. Anyways, looks like it's going to be Columbus versus Halifax and Chicago versus Arizona heading forward here. So, game number 4, are we going to sweep the Leafs? I would be totally okay with that. So, here we go. And yes, we did. Wow, every single team swept. Every single team swept in the second round. That is insane. I don't know if I've ever actually seen that before, where it's like every single day each team wins in the same games there. That was pretty crazy, man. I have to say, that was pretty crazy how in sync that was, and we got Columbus next, but yeah, you look at that 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4. That's just like, holy crap, man. What a crazy series there all around. Looks like Chicago's had an easy walkthrough, as well as Columbus, as those teams have only lost. Actually, those teams haven't lost yet. Arizona's lost 3 already, and we've lost 1. Okay, so those are your remaining 4. Let's go check them out, because obviously I'm interested in all these teams to see who we are going up against and if our young Canadian studs here are going to be able to really compete well or not. So first off, we have to go and take a look at the Blue Jackets, as this is the team we will be going up against. Yeah, pretty nice offense. Nothing crazy. I'm sure the defense is better, as it is kind of better. It's not insane, but it's kind of better. All right, that's all right. Like, this is a good team. 35-year-old Markstrom putting in the work, gets 8 out of 8 wins. That's insane. And then they got Brett Harrison, a guy we can definitely keep on our radar as he's Canadian, and Zach LaRue as well. Okay, he's nice too. Anyways, they got some nice picks sitting on the bench, to be honest. I'd honestly be playing them if I was their manager. Anyway, Chicago as well. Another team that's still alive. I cannot believe they are playing Carl Klinge on the 3rd line. Are you kidding me? Buddy, he's easily your best center, and that's even with if DeBrincat was playing center and Strome as well. Like, that's just... Why? Why is he playing 3rd line minutes when he's that good? And then obviously Boqvist is their only real defenseman that's a threat, but he's obviously very good. Then Robin Lehner in net as well, still considered an elite goalie at 33 years old. So Chicago's got a team on their hands for sure. And then the final team being the Arizona Coyotes, I realize they're right up at the top there. And led by Abel Johnston and Clayton Keller, they've got a very nice offense for sure. Nobody like crazy here besides Johnston and Keller on the offense, but still a very good team. Actually, you know what? Connor Fisher is looking, or Christian Fisher, sorry, as well as Hinestroza are looking very nice. Defense is lacking for sure there, but honestly, we've seen another series where Arizona's had literally no defense and goaltending, and they've still won like President's Trophies and stuff like that. Ekman Larson would definitely help the defense, but at the same time, man, you know, you got to have a healthy team heading into the playoffs. You cannot just wing it like this and expect to win still. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. I would honestly be betting on Chicago, honestly, over Arizona. And then obviously we have to pick ourselves over Columbus, even though they haven't actually lost a game yet. So can we hand Columbus their first loss here? I would like to see. So here we go. Game 1 in Halifax. What do the Highlanders do? And we win 7-2, hand an absolutely nasty loss to the Blue Jackets in Game 1 there. And Chicago's up in Game 1 as well. All right. Game 2. Is the trend going to stay the same? Yes, it is, as we take a 2-0 series lead. Chicago drops a game to Arizona, so that's Arizona's offense coming in handy there. But they have no goaltending, so I'm surprised they're tied 1 apiece anyways. Heading into Game 3, man, if we can win this right here, that would be huge, as it gives us a 3-0 stranglehold, and we do. We are up 3-0, looking to sweep this series and potentially meet the Arizona Coyotes in the Stanley Cup Finals here. So we're going to head into Game 4 here, get a little more in detail. Lafreniere leading the team with 19 assists in 12 games, as well as a goal to add on to that. But let's see what happens here in Columbus. Are they going to show some resilience, or are we just going to walk all over them? 1-1 after the first. Goals from Milano and Barker. We outshoot them 13-10. Second period, it's still 1-1. Boys, you know I got to jump in. This is going to be too fun. So we got a chance to beat them here. Let's see what happens, and let's just play our game. Oh my goodness, man. Is that really how we're going to lose one game to the Blue Jackets? Like, get out of here, man. The only way they can score is if they get a 2-man advantage on 2 real garbage calls, to be honest, too. Not impressed. Not impressed one bit. Okay, here we go, boys. Come on, not much time left. Perfetti gonna cut in. Come on, that's got to be in the net. All right, I see how it is. Hey, we're in Columbus. It's fine. The refs are going to rig the game every now and then, so what can you say? We just got to knock them out in 5 now. All right, so here we go. Game number 5. I've got all my scouting done for heading up to the draft, and I think we're all good to go here. So, period 1, we are down 2-1 as Connor Brown and Alex Teixeira score there. Carson Lambos gets the 1 goal for us. We outshoot him 14-9 though, so we should be able to pot another goal in the second. And we do, but we're down 4-2 as Baron and Milano score and Bedard scores for us. But I'm going to jump in, see if we can salvage this one or not, and see what happens. I don't think so. That's a hook and penalty and a half. All right. We might actually stand a chance here if I can convert on a power play. So let's see what happens. Perfetti wins the face-off. Duclair going to fire through traffic. That was actually a pretty good chance. Barker over back to Duclair, who's just going to get bodied off the puck. I love that. Anyways, Duclair hits the post. You can't get much closer than that, buddy. There's the pass. Beautiful. Jamie Barker backdoor is always going to tuck that away, and Perfetti's got the hands to make the pass. So, nice goal, boys. Nice goal. And we are back in this game. But obviously lots of time remaining still, so who knows what's going to happen here. But Barker gives us that glimpse of hope after being down 2 goals, and we're still in it. So, bro, you cannot make that many fucking passes in a row. Impossible. That's an impossible goal. I am really not impressed with how many fucking passes they connected on there. That's just EA logic being like, oh, Columbus is a better team than this. They shouldn't be getting swept. Well, yeah, but when you keep pulling it off like this many times in a row, like, come on, man. What a bunch of ridiculous BS. That was a hard hit. Stay onside, Kroos. There we go. Anyways, Kroos gonna walk in, nail his guy. Oh, Jones got stood up on that play. Oh, cool. Pavazaka just absolutely glides past What? Nah, I'm not playing a 3-goal score. That's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous when they're lining up shots literally off the half wall that go in short side off the post on a 90 rated goalie. Doesn't get any more ridiculous than that. We better knock these guys out in this game, because if we don't, I'm not going to be happy. We shouldn't lose more than 2 games to a team that has such atrocious defense overall. Like, come on. First period, thank you. We're up 1-0 as Bedard gets us a power play goal. Second period, it's a 2-2 game. I'm playing. I want to beat these guys in game, because really they've caused way too many problems for the skill level that their team has. Barker. Okay, you know what? Ethan Bear. Get out of here. Buddy! You cannot glitch the game like that. Like, I literally knock it out of the air. Where does it land? Directly on Pierre-Luc Dubois' stick. Come on. You cannot make a tape-to-tape perfect pass while you're getting your head plastered into the boards. Fuck that, man. The AI winning this many face-offs is not okay. Not against this team that we have right here, man. Like, where's the room? Carter Hart literally had his entire body against the post. You're kidding. You're kidding me. You are kidding me right now. Pavel Zacha is the biggest draft bust in the freaking 2010s. Come on, man. Come on. Can we score a fucking goal on this team already? They're trash. Buddy, if Dubois... Oh my goodness. Did anybody else watch Carter Hart just vomit the puck up to Dubois, who's standing alone in front of the net? I didn't... Like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. There's no way we should ever go to 7 with a team like this. We're just on a whole nother level compared to them. And the fact that they win 3 straight in games like that, in that fashion, just makes me want to vomit, guys. Like, it makes me physically sick. Can Lafreniere score something other than 1 point in 3 games? Like, dear God. Anyways, Bedard scores for us, but of course, Pierre-Luc Dubois, the only forward in their entire forward core, gets their goal. Second period, it's 1-1. If I don't put at least 3 pucks in the net on Jacob Markstrom here, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm just not. I'm not putting up with this, man. They don't have enough forwards to win a game. And they've won 3 on us. Like, are you kidding me? Also, my face-offs have been absolutely atrocious in this series, so if we could actually win one here, that would be fabulous, but that still hasn't happened yet. There we go. There we go. I had to throw a dirty hit, apparently, for us to score, but I really don't care how we get through. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs, and we're going back-to-back, baby. We're going back-to-back. I can't believe we dropped 3 games to this team, man. Like, out of all of these teams, it had to be Columbus, of course. Anyways, up 2-1 now. I said 3. I still need 2 more goals or I'm not going to be happy here. So, nice deke. Right into your own feet, eh? Yeah, it's Perfetti. Oh my goodness. Man, that's what happens when you have an 89 rated playmaker coming down the wing. He can literally make plays out of nothing. Not only that, but he snipes 2 on Markstrom in literally under 30 seconds. The game's over now. But, like, look at this, man. Oh. Man, Markstrom, how does it feel to get beat low blocker 2 shots in a row, hey? Really let your team down there, hey? I could care less, man. We're going through. I'm not putting up with this. Nice pass to Stahl. Here we go, 2-on-1. There you go. That's 3 goals in just under 7 minutes on Markstrom. Bye, St. Louis. Bye. Because I'm not doing this anymore, man. Anyways, we've somehow kind of revived Michael Del Cole's career, and he's probably going to have at least 2 Stanley Cups now at this point. So, yeah, good finish, man. Good finish. We are walking all over him. I said we needed 3 goals on Markstrom. We got 3 in just under 7 minutes, and yeah, you know what? Let's build on it. I'm not going to take risks, but if we get the opportunity, I'm going to be shooting the puck and trying to score still. So there you go. We're through to the Cup Finals in back-to-back seasons. Now all we have to do is beat a Western Conference team again, which, you know, didn't seem to really be a problem last. Actually, no, it was a problem last episode or 2 episodes ago, as we went straight to 7 with Colorado. But you know, two is it? I think it's Prince of Wales, isn't it? 2 Prince of Wales trophies in 2 seasons is pretty good, as well as the President's trophies to go along with that. Those are all guaranteed now at this point. It's just Lord Stanley. Like, are we going to win 2 cups in a row here, or what's going to happen? So it looks like no Prince of Wales trophy here, but that's all right. We'll go for it. It's guaranteed, right? So 4 wins away from the cup. Here we go. So guys, the Chicago Blackhawks did actually come back after being down 2-1 and beat the Arizona Coyotes in a 6-game series there. So that is that's how it went, and we are going to be heading up against the Chicago Blackhawks here to try and win our 2nd consecutive Stanley Cup as the Halifax Highlanders. So obviously Chicago's got this crazy depth here at center. It's insane how much forward depth they have. The defense is average. They do have Oscar Klefbom, so that's probably making a big difference for them. But obviously Adam Boqvist, their best defenseman, no question right now. And then they have decent goaltending too with Robin Lehner, who's won 12 games here. So, and they've only played 14 games. I mean, we've played 16. We played 2 extra games than them so far in the playoffs, but that's not going to make much of a difference here. So really, you know, not as perfect a season as our AHL team got eliminated pretty quickly there, but that's okay. As long as we're getting NHL success, I'm not too worried about the AHL system, and really, we're just 4 games away from a cup. So let's see here what happens in Game 1. So Game 1 in Halifax, we lose 2-1. That's the first time we've dropped the series opener. So we got to come back. We got to play harder, and let's see what happens here in Game 2. So can't drop both home games, man. That can't happen. And we don't, as we beat them 4-3. That's a tight game still, man. My goodness. And Eric Stahl is currently out with injury, so not what we wanted to see exactly. Anyways, Connor Bedard is up to a 90 overall now with the +5 boost. That's insane. Really, those guys should probably be scoring more often than they are, but whatever. What can you do, right? Brent Clark looking real nice too. Honestly, just the majority of this team is looking really nice. Yeah, we drafted the right players at the right time. So anyways, let's see if we can beat Chicago here and get at least a 1-1 split on away ice. That would be nice, but let's see here. So game number 3. Oh, I hit simulate. My bad. I meant to just advance a day. But first period, we're up 2-0. Second period, we're up 3-2. Third period, we do not blow it as we score 3 goals there. Bedard gets 2, and we beat them 6-2 on away ice, so that is huge. And Bowen Byram's out with a neck strain, so that is, again, not what we wanted to see, but that's what we're dealing with. So, yeah, it's not great, man. It's just not what we want to see at this point. So, I could switch Lambos for Mercier. That's probably the best move. And then, yep, that all looks nice and balanced overall. So, yeah, man, we're facing a couple injuries here, but I think the team will be able to fight through it still. And, again, 2 wins away now from our back-to-back Stanley Cups here. So, Let's advance a day, see what happens, and we win again. All right, so we have a chance to clinch back-to-back Stanley Cups in just 5 games here. We can do it on home ice. Let's see what happens here in the simulation. Obviously, 60 wins sets you up well in the playoffs, but first period, it's a 3-1 game as Othman, Mercier, and Bedard score for the Highlanders. Lamico only gets 1 goal there for Chicago as they outshoot us 11-9, but that doesn't seem to matter there on the goaltending. So, second period, we are up 4-2. I'm jumping in, man. We are just 20 minutes away from back-to-back Stanley Cups. We got to do this right now. This is exciting, guys. It always is. And, back-to-back cups would be huge for this franchise. So let's see what happens here as we get started here. Up 2 goals in the third period. Anyways, here we go. Byfield going to cut in back to Perfetti. Over to Byfield. Right in front. Bedard had a chance there, man. He did. Oh, okay, Bedard and Bodine are going to go. We were looking to pick up Nick Bodine a couple episodes ago. Now he's going to be fighting against our top-end young guy here in the Cup Finals. Looks like Bedard's really throwing some punches, though, and he actually knocks Bodine right down onto the ice. All right, nice battle. Nice battle there, especially from Connor, man. That's just a great fight there. They just dropped him right away, too. Gives Bodine 1 shot. He decided he wasn't having it, but we get the home fans hyped, man. That's a huge thing. Gonna pick it up here. Let's look for the pass. That's a charge. That was a big-time charge. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? That's not a charging penalty. If that's the only way Chicago's going to score is on some really cheap shots, I'm okay with giving up 1 goal because that's not okay. Like, let's see how many strides their guy took into this play. I'm not exactly impressed by that. This right here, this Dylan Strome, this is a penalty. Okay, watch. 1, 2, 3. Right through the hit. Right through the hit. No call. Love the reffing, man. It is absolutely top class here. Got the entire world watching the Cup Finals. Or entire North America anyways, watching the Cup Finals, and you miss a call that blatant. That doesn't impress me at all. Oh, Nylander, you got domed? Too bad. Oh, nice move there, Othman. That should have been a goal. Really should have been, man. We had the chance. Anyways, Jake Bean going to come off the wall, going to fire, and Laner does actually stop that one. Why? Why did Cole just do that? Out of all the plays he had, we just sealed it there. Ian Cole just sealed our cup win for us right there. And there you go. The Halifax Highlanders go back-to-back in an absolutely fantastic playoff run yet again. And that is 2 out of 6 seasons. That's a really good number, man. 33%. I like it. I like where this team is at right now. I like what we got going forward to the future here. And honestly, this team is just so set up to win that I'm not worried. Carter Hart wins his 2nd Stanley Cup in 2 years after being traded from Philadelphia. And, Philly was the team who went on to win the cup that year he was traded. Sorry, Patrick Kane, I know you don't get another cup here, but obviously Chicago's one of those teams that has a lot of cups and is ahead of us there with 6. So, yeah, absolutely beautiful, man. You'll love to see this. So, handshake lineup, obviously, got to get through that. That's very important. Big name players in the lineup here. And, yeah, I don't think we really changed the roster too much. We brought up Lambos and Mercier, and that was pretty much it. Alexis Lafreniere will be your Conn Smythe winner, though, as he put up a ton of assists, man. He was honestly insane in the playoffs here, and he is your Conn Smythe winner there. That's, I don't know if I entirely expect that. I kind of expected Perfetti, honestly, but, yeah, here we go. Lord Stanley. Jamie Barker's going to get to lift it 2 years in a row here, man. That is just a sweet, sweet feeling. So, let's see what happens. I mean, obviously, Barker's going to get to lift the cup, but we'll see who else gets to lift it here. Obviously, Carter Hart will too, as he's our starting goalie, but, it's been a year. It's been a minute, and, we never weren't champions here this season, so back-to-back, we get to try and defend this championship for another season moving forward here. It's been a great run, and, there you go. Jake Bean getting to lift the cup. He might not be winning too many more with this team, as much as I hate to say that. There's just, so many players here that want to win, but we aren't going to be able to afford. Michael Del Cole, same kind of story. We don't know how much longer he's going to be here, but he's had a great story here, obviously. Worked his way up through the minors. Didn't have a great start in New York, but really has kind of turned it around here. Got his name on the cup twice, and that's just got to be a dream come true for a hockey player with his story. So, yeah, that was a great season again. Let's go hand it over to Carter Hart here, obviously, as he has had a fantastic season. Honestly, the pads are a little too yellow, in my opinion, but, it still works. And there you go, Carter Hart, second Stanley Cup championship in 2 seasons. So, you have to get the picture, man. That's number 2. You could see Mercier going 2 like this. Bunch of guys are going 2 as that's back-to-back. Let's go, baby. You're 2025 Stanley Cup champions. That's awesome. Lafreniere had 3 points there in the game, so, he might have just won the Conn Smythe right there, So here's the other crazy stat for you guys with this team is that we've only made the playoffs 4 out of our 6 seasons so far, and we are exactly 50% now in Stanley Cup victories here versus how many times we've actually qualified for the playoffs. So that means at this point in time, there's a 50% chance we win the cup if we qualify for the playoffs, which is crazy. Anyways, we're going to advance a day or two here. And the Colorado Eagles are your Calder Cup champions. There you go. So I think we're kind of going to stop up right here. We're not going to pay too much more attention to this as we're just going to save this for next episode. It's been a great episode here. We've got ourselves another Stanley Cup here. So that's 2 out of, I think my goal is 15, which would place us second all-time as long as Toronto doesn't win a cup or 2 here. So yeah, if we can just keep winning at a pace like this, winning in at least 33% of the seasons, we're going to be doing all right. I mean, right now, if you say we win in a third of the seasons we play in, we win the Stanley Cup, that means we're on pace for 8 cups throughout this franchise mode, which is really good. And I think, honestly, we can get more than that, especially with the team we've got here. And, the players that are under contract, like this team is just setting up to be an absolutely phenomenal group moving forward here. Byfield dropped off, which is too bad. But, I think it was the him playing with Bedard seemed to really do wonders for him. But you look at, Othman just jumped to an elite, man. He just jumped to an elite. He's looking absolutely fantastic. And honestly, the majority of this team is looking fantastic right now. I am seriously and thoroughly impressed with the group we've got on our hands here. The only thing that's kind of scaring me that I'm not looking forward to is that we are going to have to trade one defenseman here most likely moving forward. And I'm thinking, it's either going to be Bowen Byram, which doesn't make sense really because he's such a good second pairing defenseman. It's either him or Jake Bean. And Jake Bean's a little bit older. He's got 3 years on Byram, I believe. Yeah. I mean, at 89 rated though, Jake Bean's a nice player too, man. And I don't want to let him go if I don't have to, but I think we are going to have to here. So the team's in great shape. I have nothing to complain about. It's just I don't look forward to trading a couple of our players moving forward, which will happen. So anyways, that's going to be wrapping it up for this episode. If you guys enjoyed this episode number, 8 now, I guess, then please go down below. Make sure you leave a like, a thumbs up on the video. It helps the YouTube algorithm and makes my video get shown to more people. Also, make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Right down here somewhere in this corner, there should be a little button you can click and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, make sure you comment because there's a good chance you get featured in this this series, and also feel free to turn on notifications. But that's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see you.